Top 10 team, hold them to 39% from the floor, 28% from the three, out-rebound us by 10. A bunch of those were at the end of the game, offensive rebounds. We miss a bunch of free throws, miss a bunch of layups, and we still have a chance, and then we start missing free throws. So I got to look and say, are we playing the right people? Are we playing the right way? We're getting shots. We're getting layups. We got to the free throw line. We did all the stuff we're trying to do. And then the other thing is there was emotion showed in that game in one play. What was it? He dunks it, goes to the crowd, goes crazy. And why isn't that us? Why aren't you absolutely excited about playing? I think part of it is if someone doesn't play well, they can't get out of their own self's way. But you don't have to play great. You don't even have to play good. Just defend, dive on the floor, talk, be a great teammate, chest bump, get everybody going, and you'll bounce out of that. We haven't learned that yet. I got to do a better job. We got to make some shots. Do I got to play some different people? Probably. Maybe that big lineup is the answer for us for a while. You say, well, you won't shoot it as well. We ain't shooting it well right now. So let's, we just got to figure stuff out. And like I said, disappointed. We gave ourselves a chance. And then every time it was critical, it was a missed free throw. Or, and in the end, I'm still trying to tell these guys, you cannot draw fouls when you're driving for layups. You have to make the layup. Don't avoid. Just go make the layup and hope they call foul. If you go in there to throw it, you're not making it and they're not calling it. And they'll tell you, we're not bailing you out. You had no chance of making it. We're still doing that. That's more high school AAU stuff. But we'll get through it. Got a tough one coming up. I didn't even know when we play. I was hoping it was Wednesday. But I knew it'd be on the road because we've had 2 homes. And all of a sudden, it is. So we got to do something tomorrow, do something on Monday, travel, and go on the road and try to get this thing right. Questions?
Yeah, you guys, second straight game, you guys got off to a fast start. One of the things that was maybe a struggle early in the season was slow starts. Just what's kind of changed there, and how do you guys kind of, I guess, avoid slowing down?
They were emotionally ready, but then they revert back. So we tried to do let's sub to keep this thing going. But again, I'm happy how we're starting games. I am. But there's a stretch in the middle where we come down. In this game, we just missed layups. Like layup, tip in, layup, layup. And all of a sudden, it's back to being you know what I'm saying? So it's something different every game.
Yeah, and you mentioned the missed layups there, 2 of 16 on layups. Just was Florida doing anything?
Was that?
It was, yeah, 2 of 16.
It was 2 of 16?
That's what it says on the stat broadcast, yeah.
No way. There's no way a team goes 2 for 16 next to the basket. Won't happen. That's wrong.
Okay.
It's 2 for 10 maybe, not 2 for 16. No way.
Okay. But was Florida maybe doing anything defensively that was causing you guys issues there around the basket?
I'll look at the tape, but we were spreading the court so we could get to the rim. So we were taking bigs out, or it was a big going against one of their bigs.
Some aspects of some members of the team might just be lacking a little bit of confidence right now that contributes to the layups, the missed shots, and everything like that?
Maybe. This is a tough game. When you're not playing well, we can, there were guys on the team that were missing shots, and I created a couple more shots for them, trying to build their confidence, and they missed those. It happens. If you really want to play this sport, what do you do when you're not playing well? Simple question. What do you do when you're not playing well? What do you add to the game? And so, trying to convince them of that and just say, hey, it's early in the season. We got a lot of games left. Individually, we got a lot of games left. Step on the gas. Start playing better. Make open shots. Make your free throws. You don't have to make them all. Just can't miss them all. So, you know, we got some stuff to work on.
Got aggressive. I know he had foul trouble in the first half, but it seemed kind of similar to Ole Miss where he gets aggressive a little bit later in the game. Is that something you need to pull out of him earlier in the first halves of these SEC contests?
Yeah, maybe. But we were trying to go to him.
You mentioned that you need to do a better job, and you talk about changing the lineup, getting the right lineup on the floor, playing the right way. How much of just what's going on the floor now has to do with the fact that these guys really haven't been together all that long?
It's some of it, and it's me not knowing them, but it's also there are other teams around the country that got new teams, and they're playing better, but we didn't get to scrimmage. So all that stuff starts adding up. So our execution isn't all there, but we don't turn it over. We're not a team that comes down and we get 17 turnovers. But we miss a lot of shots and a lot of free throws for some reason. And is it confidence? I mean, to build confidence, I can be a cheerleader and do all the stuff I'm doing and tell them I'm here for you, I'm going to help you, the staff is here. But you got to demonstrate it to yourself. You got to go in that game. And there's one way of building that, just stay in the gym. Grind it. This is hard. They all had expectations individually. And then you have team expectations. This is hard. And that's why it's my job. I got to keep leading. I got to lead. And I got to be strong through this. And as you know, I haven't been through a bunch of these stretches. This stretch could keep going for a while. And I got to be stronger than them. And I got to let them know this is all part of it. Teams go through this. I think there's an NBA team everybody's screaming about right now. Celtics? Teams go through it. I've been through stuff, but again, one thing I want to say, the crowd was great today. We need that plus every game we play here because we got to steal some stuff here. That was a top 10 team. We're looking at like we were, that's a top 10 team. We did good stuff to them. We created good shots and good opportunities at the rim and free throws. We did some good stuff. Not enough. Not enough. Now we got to figure out what enough is.
The layups, the free throws, things like that. Coaches always talk about easy things to correct, hard things to correct. How easy is it to correct the things that you guys aren't doing right now?
Free throws, open shots, most of that stuff's mentality. And we can talk and go and, you know, when we grew up, we didn't have this social media barrage that these guys have. There's a lot of stuff coming at them from around them. And I've just got to hold them accountable, let them know what's acceptable and what's not, and keep building them up. But you got to go in the game and perform. That's your job, to get in the game and perform. Your job is to perform. My job is to coach. If I only play you 15 minutes, in that 15 minutes, show me you should play 20. Show me you should play 20. You play 10 minutes and you want to play 15. You play 8 minutes and you want to play 20. Show me. Show me. Show everybody. So everybody's saying so-and-so should be playing more. And we'll see. This isn't easy for our fans, for our team, for our coaches, for me. It is what it is. Let's go on to the next one, get this thing going. Thanks.
There that's kind of, I guess, caused that.
I mean, we're still just trying to get it all figured together. Coach is doing different things every day in practice, like things he want to see, things he likes, and some things he doesn't like, so he's going to scratch it out and then move on to something next game. So we're still trying to work on that right now, trying to really identify ourselves as a team and, you know, where the good reads are and, like, who we could play through at certain times of the game.
Second time in 3 SEC games where the other team hurt y'all with offensive boards. What do you attribute that to?
I mean, it's more a fight. I feel like I got to start first, playing in the SEC for a while. Just, hit first and set the tone, lead by example, and then everybody will follow with that.
How big was that? After DJ's dunk, they come down, get an offensive rebound and a three. Could you guys just kind of feel in the moment that was a backbreaker?
Yeah, that was definitely a backbreaker. And then I had passed it to Aidoo. It was a tight pass, and I had turned the ball over. That was a big play too, because we were still down 3. We had the momentum going, and I kind of rushed my pass a little bit too. So I got to be better on that.
Around the SEC for a while. Some of the guys on the team have this is their first experience. Do you feel like there's maybe just you start 0-3, like you guys need to find some confidence somewhere along the next couple games?
I mean, we have the confidence. I feel like we have to have more fight throughout these games. I mean, every game is going to be hard. Like we always talked about, this conference is going to be hard. Like we got to fight for the whole 40. We need every single individual on this team to come together and play together.
Oh, go ahead. See, Jonas, you were a lot more involved in the offense today than you were against Ole Miss. What were you guys doing differently? Was it just more of a concerted effort to make sure that they were getting the ball to you down low?
I mean, it was just trying to get everybody more touches, because usually the guards kind of stay with the ball, and then we didn't know what to finish with on offense. So kind of got me and the dude more involved in the top, trying to get, them cutting off back doors and screening for each other.
John L's had a couple of tough games to start out SEC play, maybe up and down years, trying to stay healthy. Just what have you seen from him in practice? How is he doing mentally? And are y'all trying to pick him up, or what have you seen from him?
I mean, he's trying to be a leader. I mean, he called me the other day just talking about me and him. We just got to lead the team. We have the most experience, played a lot of games. So, we're just trying to lead by example. He's just, trying to do something out of his comfort zone, out of my comfort zone too, because usually we weren't really the leaders. We kind of just led by example. So, no, we got to be more vocal.
I guess how are TB and Z coming along as y'all kind of try and work it out together on the floor?
I mean, everybody's coming along good. We just got to learn how to play with each other at the end of the day. Just as long as we get to play with each other at the end of the day, we're all going to, fall into a place where we need to be.
Jonas, like I mentioned earlier, you've been through the grind of this league. You understand the physicality of it. How hard is it to get the rest of your team, especially the guys that haven't had either much playing time in the SEC or guys that are new to the SEC, to understand that in every single game you are going to have to out-physical your opponent?
I mean, it's hard. I mean, just from here on out, it's just every game is hard. You're going to have to fight every single game. Nothing's going to be given to us. I mean, we're a new program. People want to come for us. A lot of top-rated players coming in, they just want to come for us. What Cal has on his back, all of us have on our back, too. We all have a target on our back, and we just have to fight every single game.
You guys shot 35 free throws today. I mean, was that part of maybe a game plan to be more aggressive and try and get to the line, or is that just kind of the way that it was called out there?
I feel like it was the way it was called out there, because we knew there was a physical team. So just getting downhill, trying to draw fouls, get to the free throw line. I mean, starting with me too, I got to do better with that. I missed 2 in a row one time, and then I missed 1 out of my 2. I'm pretty sure 2. Yeah, I shot 50% from the free throw line, so I definitely got to do better with that, starting with me.
Jonas, when a game is called the way it was in the second half, I mean, it seemed like in the first half they were letting y'all play, they were letting you bang and be more physical. In the second half, it almost felt like it came to a grinding halt. How hard is that to get into any sort of rhythm, and how hard is it to adjust to 2 different styles of the way things are being called between the first half and the second half?
I mean, it's hard. Starting out, we was playing fast. That's how we want to play, just get stops on defense and get on the transition. And then second half, it was just a lot of ticky-tacky fouls that they were called, and it was just slowing the game down. Florida was able to get in their offense, and, it kind of flustered us a little bit. But I feel like that's just how it is going to be every single game coming in, especially, going into the tournaments and stuff like that. Games are going to slow down, so we're going to have to adjust to that type of tempo.
Finishing 2 of 16 on layups. Just what was Florida doing just kind of in that kind of defense there? Just what did they do to kind of cause those issues?
I mean, we really just missed layups. I think we were just expecting to get hit on a lot of our layups, and we would just adjust our bodies with layups. I mean, they had seven blocks, but I mean, I feel like we just got to go stronger to the basket, just try and go up through their chest, put fouls on their bigs like we did, but we got to do that from the jump. Let's do that early. Just go up knowing that you're going to make the layup.